Hi, I'm Kerr with your Chicago Business Today Midday Report. Good news, bad news for Chicago residents on their electricity bills. First, ComEd rates are set to take a dip this summer thanks to lower power prices and a temporary reduction in delivery rates. But starting this fall, the cost of electricity is on track to soar with the state's smart grid law to about 9% higher than they are today.
Families across our area could save hundreds, even thousands of dollars if they would only switch to an energy provider that charges less.
But you know what? Most people just won't switch, and we've wondered why.
You have the power to choose. Power that can literally save you hundreds of dollars a year on your power bill.
You'll have to do a little bit of homework to figure out the best deal for your house, but in the end, you could cut as much as 20% off your power bill.
Sooner or later, you'll get one of these. It's an offer to change your power provider. Making the switch isn't as challenging as it might seem.
And there's really nothing to be uncomfortable about.
Russell Lacey is the president of Electric Advisors, a licensed energy broker. His company helps businesses and homeowners lower their electric bills.
You know, in some cases, we've been able to drop businesses' electricity costs by close to 20%.
Power comes from many sources: wind, coal, nuclear. Power plants generate the power and transmit it to your utility company. That makes up the generation and transmission charges on your bill. Add those two together and start comparing rates.
It is my belief that anybody who's not with a third-party provider is throwing away money.
Take Pepco, for example. Its standard rate for generation and transmission will be 10.4 cents per kilowatt hour starting October 1st. Summer rates are higher. But if you choose a different supplier, your rate could be a few cents lower. And when you're using thousands of kilowatt hours, it does add up.
1.4 times 1,200, that's roughly $17 for that particular month.
Here's what you need to ask. Does the advertised rate include generation and transmission? Is it fixed or variable? What are the terms of the contract and the penalties for cancellation? Your utility company will continue to service your lines, read your meter, and bill you. You'll still get their charges for distribution and taxes.
The only thing that will change is lowering your cost of the kilowatt hours, lowering your cost of electricity.
They shouldn't question reliability as far as keeping the right lights on, or what happens if there's a storm, who's going to turn back on the power.
A lot of people are kind of confused about the issue because they think that they have been buying their electricity from ComEd, and really ComEd for the last several years has not produced the electricity itself. It simply provides the mechanism for delivering it, and that will continue to be in place. But because of the deregulation legislation, the fact is that now there's the opportunity to shop around for the best price, and some providers are going to give better prices than other providers will.
A number of Chicago suburbs are bolting away from electricity provider Commonwealth Edison in favor of cost-cutting alternatives.
The biggest misconception is right now everyone thinks the power is ComEd power and you'll be going to Joe's Electric.
The other reason is because 5 years ago the state insisted that ComEd purchase power at much higher prices then to try to protect against what they thought were going to be rising power prices in the future, and then of course unexpectedly power prices fell through the floor. So as a result, ComEd is locked into higher than market power prices. Those are going to really take effect and cause electric rates to rise in the fall and especially in the winter. Cause electric rates to rise in the fall and especially in the winter.
So as we get into the fall and spinning forward, looking ahead at next summer, June 2013, recap again, what might prices look like then and why?
Well, prices ought to fall. I mean, unless energy prices unexpectedly go up in the meantime. People aren't expecting that right now. ComEd's rates ought to fall again in June of 2013. So it's a very unusual roller coaster, especially in light of the fact that normally energy prices are higher in the summer when demand is higher and lower in the winter when it's lower. The chaotic markets that are taking place because of this aggregation movement are just having an unexpected impact on ComEd's rates.
The deals that have been done or been reached in the suburbs and other areas around Chicago, what kind of savings should we expect for the city to get here?
Well, big savings, but they're not going to last very long. Unless energy prices change quite a bit, we should see savings, you know, in the realm of 50% on the power price. It's going to cut people's bills by, say, 20% plus in the city, but those will last for about 6 months because ComEd's price to beat will come down quite a bit in June 2013 when a very expensive power contract rolls off.
Right. The roller coaster ride of energy prices continues.
The 2012 Gold Stevie Award for Executive of the Year in the Energy and Utilities Industries goes to Carrie Breitbart, CEO, North American Power, South Norwalk, Connecticut. The 2012 Gold Stevie Award for Company of the Year in the Energy Industry goes to North American Power, South Norwalk, Connecticut.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep this much, much shorter. Thank you once again to the American Business Awards. Certainly didn't expect to win this. I'm beyond proud of what we're doing. Following on some important comments you made earlier, I can tell you the retail electricity industry is exploding, growing at a rate of 13% a year. And so we are hiring in our industry. If you know anyone looking for jobs, we started out with 4 employees a year and a half ago, and we have about 55 now and anticipate 100 by the end of the year. It's a wonderful sector of the economy right now, saving people a lot of money. And once again, thank you for the award.
At the end of the day, your power is a numbers game. 12%, 10%, big savings with a small switch.
I thought, well, in this economy, if there's a way to save money, why not look into it?
We don't make any money on the actual supply of electricity. We only make money on the delivery, and that's our function, is to deliver the power reliably. We don't make any money on the actual supply of electricity. We only make money on the delivery, and that's our function, is to deliver the power reliably. So it doesn't affect us if customers switch, and actually we encourage them to look at their options. It doesn't affect us if customers switch, and actually we encourage them to look at their options.
North American Power is one of the nation's fastest growing retail electricity suppliers. North American Power wants to help homeowners and businesses take full advantage of retail energy choice, while also doing its part to reduce our dependency on fossil fuels and foreign oil.
Who you buy your power from does not affect the reliability of that power.
But it can affect your bottom line.